Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about week 43 of the year 2022. And this is from the 17th till the 23rd of October, and not many things are happening, as you have seen in the initial part. I make the detailed, the image that comes in the forefront. So it says it all that we are heading to Sun and Venus's ingress in Libra sign. I've already made a video on the eclipses. Please go back and watch when Sun ingresses in the sign of Libra. That is the debilitation sign of Sun. So please do watch that video. It's a very important video, and a lot of information in the summary part you will get as well. So we are heading to Saturn's getting direct in this week as well. A very important ingress of Saturn, and it really, is being awaited by many. So that is something which I will be sharing my insights on as well separately. All the videos I will be making separately. Venus's ingress in Libra sign, I will be making that video as well. And Mars getting retrograde, that also video requires a lot of attention. So I'll be doing that video as well soon, because all the planets have different significations. So when they ingress in a particular zone, they do have impact and they do have something to say in a different manner. So what is this, weekly video that I make every week about? See, this is based on Moon's ingress. I do the monthlies also. So when I do the monthlies, I give an overview of the transit positions of the planets and how they're going to be interacting with the other planets also. And then the dates I give you in the monthlies. But in the weeklies, we are narrowing it down to 2 quarter days, because Moon's stay is in a particular zone for 2 quarter days. Very important period, because our day-to-day routine, we must know what exactly is coming our way. So Moon actually helps us decide. Moon is the mind, and when it is going to be interacting with other planets, it shows how your mood would be and how you will be having the week ahead. How is it going to be? We are heading to Ahoi Ashtami. That's a very beautiful festival for children, or the ones who can't, who have not been able to conceive. They can fast on this day. I will be also fasting for my, obviously for my children. So I do that. And we must fast, and it's a Nirjala fast, which is like, you don't drink anything. It's on the 17th when I'm making this video. So the fast starts from 4 a.m. and then you have to just break the fast when you can look up in the sky in the night when there are stars. Unlike the Karwa Chauth fast, where you have to look up to the moon and then break the fast. But here you can break the fast looking at the stars, the night sky. Then we are heading to Dhanteras. As you know, this is a very pious time because the 5 days of the festivities of Diwali starts from Dhanteras. So, and ends with the Bhai Dooj. So this is what the Hindu culture is about, that is why, we must celebrate, and we must actually, light up our surroundings during these 5 days, especially. So we are heading to Dhanteras. So you must pray to Goddess Lakshmi and Lord Kubera. So when you will do that, you will definitely be, getting all the prosperity and wealth and good health in your home and home environment with your own people, loved ones. So you can pray for that as well. Also, Mercury and Saturn will be at the close degrees in the same element. Mercury in the sign of Virgo and Saturn in the sign of Capricorn. So they are going to be in close degrees somewhere around 22, 23, 24. These are the dates of October month when they will be at the same degree. So business, trade, commerce, they're going to be actually feeling quite, see, the events won't take place on the very same day of the transit. So if Moon is ingressing in a particular zone, so it might not be impacting you on the very same day. It can be that plus minus 1 day, 2 days, or a week, you feel the results. Also look from your time zone. Maybe, I'm making the video when I'm in India, I make it at, because I'm in New Delhi, so I make the video as per the Delhi time. But when I'm in Muscat, so I try to do it as per the Delhi time only, even then. Now you make the chart of your place, like you have to go back. Suppose you are in the West from India, then you have to go back those many hours and then erect the kundli or the chart. Now, people are coming up to me and asking how to make the chart, where to understand where we can get the lagna, the ascendant. So I will be sharing today with you the chart, how to erect the chart through Drik Panchang. Very easy, and it will definitely help you understand your own lagna, and then you can see, and the nakshatras also. Somebody has asked about Swati Nakshatra transit, or the eclipses are happening, how to see that. So I'm sharing with you for that reason, that you can erect your chart, put in your birth details, date, time, place, and then you will get the chart which is erected, any language you want to, whichever language is available. You will get it in English, Hindi, Gujarati, all the languages are there in Drik Panchang. So you can erect your horoscope and you will get to know what are the planetary positions and what nakshatras, what planets are. So that you know, whenever I'm making the videos, when moon is transiting through those nakshatras, if they are not favorable nakshatras, suppose they are nakshatras in 6, 8, 12 houses, then when moon ingresses these zones, that those days will not be that favorable for you to make decisions or to start anything new. These are not the auspicious places. So make a note of all the nakshatra transits. Also, I will be sharing with you what all activities you can do. And I will be sharing with you the transit of moon also. And you will see your ascendant, moon, or the Dasha sign Vise predictions. What does that mean? You have to see where your moon is, where your lagna ascendant is, where your Dasha. Suppose you are in Jupiter, Dasha, Jupiter is in Leo. So you have to make Leo your first house in your natal chart, not in the transit chart. Transit chart, Jupiter is in Pisces. You don't have to make this chart as per Pisces. You have to see where your natal position of the Dasha Lord is. Suppose it is in the Leo sign. So make Leo sign your first house and then see where the planets are. So from Leo sign, Jupiter is transiting through the 8th house and your 6th house transit is of Saturn. So that is how you have to make the chart. Every time I have to repeat because new, audiences are adding up and they don't know. So that is why I have to repeat it every time. All right. So I will be giving you a few remedies also, common remedies, general remedies one can do, and that'll help you. So follow my videos. You will get to know a lot in the initial summary part. It is a consolidated summary part where I will tell you about the planets ingress. I will tell you about the festivals. I will tell you about moon's ingress also, and interaction of moon with other planets. Alongside, I will tell you the nakshatra transits also, so that you can do certain activities and avoid certain activities also. All right, many things. So you will get in one video of weeklies. So stay tuned. Being a Hindu Vedic astrologer, I do incorporate the festivities because they are good for auspicious tasks. Suppose you have to travel, you should avoid the travels during certain days. Suppose you have to start any kind of auspicious, ceremony, then you should see the nakshatra movement. So being at your own place, you are getting so much of information. I think it's worth to subscribe the channel at least. And if you're looking for a personalized reading of a chart of yours or anybody else, you want to gift it to somebody for Diwali. So please book it now because all the slots are packed till December. Only January 2023 slots are available. So if you want to book a reading with me, book it now. Once you order the reading, you will get to get the Zoom link, which will be one-on-one live session. I don't do the write-ups. I don't give anything in written. It's just the recording that you'll be supplied with after the reading is over within the 24 to 48 hours. My team will get in touch with you the moment you drop an email. They will let you know what exactly is the process. So my team is quite efficient, I appreciate them a lot, and they are just a part of my family now. So do appreciate them, if not me, at least them, because they're doing a lot of hard work as well. So let's start with the video without wasting more time. And let me share with you firstly how you can erect your own chart, because, people are getting too much of, there's a lot of confusion as to how you can, make your own kundli. So let me share the screen. These are all live sessions, so give me some time. So you can just type Drik Panchang. You will get online Panchangam and Hindu calendar. So here you will just click on this. You will get this online Panchangam. Okay. Here you will get Jyotish. You can just click on Jyotish. You will click on Kundli, birth star, Janma Lagna. So anything that you want to know, but you should click on Kundli. So you will get all the details here. So you can just change the time, you can change the place, and you can erect the horoscope here. And if you want to know your birth star, so you have to just go in for the details and you have to log in with your Gmail or email address. So you will get all the details in this consolidated place. So this will definitely help you understand your Lagna, accurate Lagna, because you have the city also here. So you have to fill in all the details and then you will definitely be able to erect your own chart. All right. And whenever I'm saying Moon is transiting through your 6, 8, 12 houses, suppose you are a Cancer rising. So when it is the Aquarius transit of Moon, so you will get to know that, okay, Aquarius rising, I should not make any more moves. I should be very careful about my decisions. So that's how, the transits work. So I keep on imparting my knowledge. I don't want to keep anything with me. I will not take it up. It's better to impart it and share with my people, my audience who are aware of these things a little bit and they're not aware of how you have to proceed further. So this will help you. Okay. Now, also, I have to share with you the moon's ingress this week. So this is week 43. Let me tell you what exactly is happening this week. See, first of all, Sun is going to be transiting the sign of, let me share with you this and then I'll explain. Sun is going to be transiting from Virgo to the sign of Libra. Also, Venus is going to be transiting here. Moon is going to be ingressing just for a day. It will be here. Then it will be transiting through this Cancer sign. Then we'll be moving to Leo. And then lastly, Virgo sign. So this is what is this week looking like. So as you can see, the Moon will be in Gemini, Cancer for a day in Gemini. That is on the 17th, will be conjunct Mars and will be moving into the Cancer sign opposite Saturn. In the Leo sign, it is going to be aspected by Rahu from the first house. So in this sign of Leo. And on the 23rd, 24th, so in Leo on 20th to 22nd, 23rd to 24th in the Virgo sign, where it will be conjunct Mercury and will be aspected by Mars and also by retrograde Jupiter. Saturn is turning direct and will be moving into the towards the sign of Aquarius now. Gradually, it is moving inch by inch and will reach Aquarius next year, January 2023. So people who are feeling the Sadesati impact, they will feel quite relieved, quite relaxed during this direct motion of Saturn. All right. All right. Now, when we see that here, Saturn will be aspecting, Saturn aspects Sun, Venus, and Ketu, because they will be in the eclipse zone also. So Saturn is going to be looking here, which is again very important. You must know that Saturn is going to be aspecting the Libra sign. Saturn is aspecting the Jupiter here, and Saturn is also aspecting Cancer sign. So these are the transit positions during the week. Also, Mercury is going to be at 24 degrees approximately on the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, which is the degrees of Saturn in the same element of Earth sign. So that means people will become very, very cautious about their decision making related to their businesses, their trade, their commerce. It is somehow it is forming a straightaway connection with Saturn, which restricts you to make wrong decisions. So this is definitely a very positive time. All right. So what happens when Moon is going to be ingressing these zones? I will be sharing quickly that Moon will be in Gemini sign, will be conjunct Mars, and this can lead to some kind of aggression, some kind of irritation in people. Your communication might become a little there can be some disharmony, there can be domestic discord or difficulty in relationship and communication also, especially, when you are conversing with the women counterparts. So you should be very cautious when you're conveying anything to people. You can be going wrong or you can be misunderstood. So be a little cautious when you're conversing. You should exercise on this day a lot. It's good if you work out or you want to start your workouts, so you can be doing that. On the 18th, 19th, Moon will be in the Cancer sign, aspected by Saturn. So that is the time when you will be feeling that, during this time, you might just feel that you are having a lot of problems with your relations. There can be you are suffering with bad mood and you are having some kind of loneliness. You feel that people are not understanding you, uncaring kind of an attitude, because Saturn is a very cold planet and you feel lonely and isolated during this time. Moon will be ingressing in the sign of Leo on the 20th till the 22nd and will be aspected by Rahu. So you have to be very cautious in making decisions related to your work, your creativity, your children. On the whole, authoritative figures have to be careful during these 2 quarter days in case they are listening to me. So you should also be extra careful, because Rahu, when looks at Moon, there's a lot of anxiety and related to children, because it's children, your education, your communication with the people at the place of work. So be careful, and this shall also pass. 23rd to 24th, Moon is going to be conjunct Mercury in Virgo sign and will be aspected by Mars, the 4th aspect, and will also be aspected by Jupiter. So when Moon is right opposite Jupiter, conjunct Mercury, so this will be a very good time to deal with the relationships, and you can be very much inclined towards your investments. So people will get more inclined towards working towards their money, financial matters, and relationships also. You might seek too much of money matters. You might become very money minded also during this time, because Saturn and Mercury are also going to be at the same degrees during this time. So you will be making certain important decisions during this time, and it will be also somewhat, there can be that you are going to be indulgent also. So don't procrastinate during this time, and things will get better gradually. Also, we have to see the condition of Sun. Sun is going to be, Venus and Sun are going to be conjunct this week, and you will be, and there is a Nicha Bhanga forming because of Venus and Saturn. I've made a separate video. Please do watch that video. So you might be feeling that you have to follow a ritual, you have to follow a routine during this time when there are eclipses in the Libra sign. So this is a sign of market, balance, businesses, so trade. So you have to be, and relationships. So you have to be very cautious in your relationship, in your businesses. And also if you're thinking about, travels, shifting out from the place where you live. So this can bring about some changes, some major changes during this time. You will be breaking the rules, and you will be moving and swimming against the tide also during this time. So see what how you can just deal with this. Venus is going to be in Libra sign on the 18th and Sun on the 17th. So when Sun is in the sign of Libra, this is the time to learn more how you can balance things, how you can create that harmonious relationship. The authorities have to be very cautious because Ketu is there. You might have inclination suddenly towards spirituality. Spirituality doesn't mean that you will sit in the religious place and you will be just, chanting. It's not that. You will be having a lot of clarity now. What exactly is going on within you? You will get that clarity. So because Sun is with Ketu, after all, Ketu doesn't have a head. He's the headless one. So when Sun goes there, it is like a completion, of the energies. It's like culminating energies. So you will feel that you are getting that clarity, you're getting that wisdom now. So you will promote judgment, negotiation, and analysis during this time. And you will be engaged in some activities which are compliant, which are harmonious for people and growth of people also. Because see, you must understand eclipses are not negative always. Negative as in like they do have material comforts, it promotes material comforts also. At the same time, it does on the individual plane varies from person to person. Maybe, you already have a debilitated sun and eclipse sun. So wherever it is, sixth house, seventh house, eighth house, first house, depending on your personal chart. So that will impact you differently. It will be giving you a lot of negative impact also. But at the same time, in general, when we see, it brings about new energies, especially the solar eclipse. This brings about new energies, shifts of energies, initiation of something new. You get that you're charged up. Venus is going to be combust in Libra, but you are going to be devoted in harmony, balance, and fairness during this time. And you will be focused on career, relationship, families, negotiations, analysis also. You will be quite cooperative with people. And this also underlines the value of our connections to the people as a getaway to deeper self-awareness and self-knowledge, because it's its own zone after all. And you feel drawn to explore a variety of settings and contexts in order to understand better who we are and what we want, where we want to go. So all that and all those energies get activated when Venus is in the Libra sign as well. Even if it's combust, it means that, you can be overindulgent in the sexual acts or in your relationship. On the mundane level, Venus is the women counterpart. So maybe with Ketu, Venus combination, it might just, give a lot of, a discouragement to the women, or maybe, there is lack of upliftment, or maybe there is some complications related to the women counterparts, or the women crime increase. So all that happens when we see, look at it on the mundane level, the film industry, the glam industry, women in the fields, artistic bent of mind, whosoever has. So they might just not be getting their dues, or they might not be getting that name or fame, because Sun is also eclipsed and Venus is in a way combust in eclipse as well. So there is a lot of negative influence which is arising because of Venus is actually cramped between this Rahu Ketu energy, and Sun combusts any which ways wherever he sits. But Sun is not the planet of masses, and Libra sign is the planet of masses, is the sign of masses. So when Sun exalts in the sign of Aries, this is the right opposite, the descendant, and that is why this is the sunset point also. Sun can never be happy in Libra sign for that reason also, because it's the evening time. So that's the reason, Sun loses his sheen, and now is the time for resting. People just go and enjoy the activities, pleasures. Sun is not like that. Sun is active. Sun is energy. You start your day when sun rises. So that unless sun rises, we don't do anything, we don't start our day. So when Sun is in the sunset sign of Libra, he's supposed to be, he's not happy. He is not the one who rests, That is why Saturn exalts here. Saturn is rest, Saturn is laziness, Saturn is procrastination, Saturn is cold, Sun is hot. So that's the difference. And Saturn is looking at the Sun. So that means Saturn is casting his impact on the Sun, and where Sun debilitates. So Sun is getting weakened by two planets. It is getting the Nicha Bhanga also because of Venus and Saturn, but at the same time, it is Nicha already. It is in the sign of debility. It cannot have that kind of uplifting energy here. Though it is good for material growth for some, if at all, it is forming a good connection with the other planets in your natal chart. So that's how you have to check. Also see how your planetary positions are in your natal chart, forming a connection with the transiting planets degree wise. Suppose you have Rahu and Rahu in Aries already. So this is a Rahu return. So see the degrees of Rahu, connect it with your own natal degrees and see how it is interacting. All right. So this is how you have to be, doing the readings. Anyhow, we've done a lot. Now let me tell you the nakshatra transits of this week so that you can make a note of the activities you are supposed to do and what you are supposed to avoid. So on the 17th, it is going to be in the Punarvasu Nakshatra, which is a Chara Nakshatra. Chara means it's a movable nakshatra. So when in the movable nakshatra a planet is, so you can do the activities of buying automobiles, vehicles, gardening. You can start your journeys if you want to. On the 17th, you can do that. You can fast on for Ahoi Ashtami, as I said, also, you can be fasting, during this time. It's a Punarvasu Nakshatra also. So any travels, any auspicious tasks, you can start on Monday. If Punarvasu falls on Monday, it is very auspicious. On the 18th, we have Pushya Nakshatra, which is the Shipra Nakshatra, which is the Swift Nakshatra. So any activities which involve, a quickness. Suppose you want to start construction of your house. So you should be doing it on the 18th, lay the foundation on that particular day. Any kind of trade, commercial transactions, admission in the school, college, using medicine, starting medicines during this time, any medical treatment, travels, giving, taking loans, all those auspicious tasks, you can do it on the Pushya Nakshatra day. It's said that when Pushya Nakshatra falls on Thursday, it is a Guru Pushya Yoga. So it is very auspicious, but it's not happening this week. On the 19th, it's Ashalesha Nakshatra, which means it is, Ashalesha is a Sthira Nakshatra. No, it is a Tikshana Nakshatra, sorry. It is a sharp Nakshatra. So when Tikshana Nakshatra is there, so it is not good for starting any auspicious task. So on the 19th, avoid, starting anything auspicious. Rather, you can go in for any kind of filing litigation. You have to go in for some divorce or any kind of, when you have to do something which is not favorable, not a very pious activity. So you can just go in for that as well. On the 20th, in Magha Nakshatra, Magha is Ugra Nakshatra. It's a fierce Nakshatra. So Ugra Nakshatra means that it is it's good for, favorable for destructive deeds, demolishing structure, setting fires, something, you have to demolish, you have to throw away something, or you want to do something about your, maybe chopping of something, veggies or something, you can do it on this day as well. It's and you have to fight with somebody, you have a lot of aggression and you want to just take it out. So you can do that on this day, though I'm not those kinds who will just, pounce on anyone like that. So on the 21st, I've done Magha, right? On the 21st, Purva Falguni. So Purva Falguni is also the Ugra Nakshatra. So any activities which were supposed to be done on the 20th, you can take it further on the 21st also. 22nd is the Uttara Falguni Nakshatra, which is a Sthira Nakshatra. Uttara Falguni is a Sthira Nakshatra. And on this day, it's said that if you buy something, it stays. So you can buy property, you can plant a tree during this time, or you want to construct a home or factory, you can do it on the 22nd. 23rd is the Hasta Nakshatra, which is a Shipra Nakshatra again, Swift Nakshatra. So that's a Moon's Nakshatra. So Moon's Nakshatras are generally, good for quickness, because Swift Nakshatras like Ashwini, Pushya, Hasta, these are the three nakshatras which are Swift Nakshatras. So any kind of medical treatment, anything that you want to complete fast, anything which is auspicious, you can do that. You can start a journey also on this day. So that's what is the week looking like. And you should be and we have Tula Sankranti, that is called Tula Sankranti, when sun's ingress is in the Libra sign. Also for Dhanteras, we have Muhurta for Dhanteras. Now you can just change the time as per your time zone. Dhanteras is starting from the Triyodashi, that is starting from 6:02 p.m. October 22nd, 6:02 p.m. October 22 till 6:03 p.m. October 23. So please go back if you are in the West from India and go further on in the East if you are living. So that's how you have to do. Suppose you are in Australia, so you have to move 4.5 hours ahead, that you can just change the clock as per that. Also, the Muhurta, the Puja Muhurta is 7:01 p.m. till 8:17 p.m. on the 22nd, New Delhi, India time. All right. So pray Goddess Lakshmi and Lord Kubera on this day. It will definitely help you. If you are, if you want wealth to flow, you should have lotus, in the house, because lotus is a flower which is liked by Goddess Lakshmi. So that is something that you can do during the during the Dhanteras time. Dhanteras is a beautiful pious in a way festival that comes once in a year. So it's said that if you start any medical treatment, if you go in for anything auspicious during the Dhanteras, it definitely grows exponentially. So people just generally, I've seen they lay the foundation of their house, or they buy some utensils, gold ornaments or silver ornaments during this time. And this is definitely a very pious day. So if you can just, follow these rituals, I'm sure you can just Google and you will get to know Dhanteras, you will type and you will get all the details. So just follow these rituals, and I can assure you, your problems will minimize to 50% for sure, 50%. You don't need any astrologer. You can just simply, do these things. I'm just giving you all this knowledge, free flowing knowledge and free of cost. So please, at least, you can be benefited out of it, I'm sure. Okay. That's what is my intention. Now coming to the, I think I've covered everything. Saturn will be turning direct. So when Saturn will be turning direct here in the Capricorn sign, it is a very important time, because whenever a planet is retrograde, it is a confused state actually. It's an apparent phenomena, as you know, it is not, like a sunrise and a sunset. So when Saturn will be going direct, it is like a motion which is apparent motion from the earth. We feel that it is turning retrograde and it's slowing down. But now it is going to be stationary and then going direct. So this week it is going to be stationary. So whatever you will do, Saturn will be casting the impact on you. It will be looking at you directly, and it will be actually giving you the results now. Your karmas will be considered now. So please do take care of your karma, your whatever tasks you have in hand. Don't procrastinate. Saturn is now going to be looking at all of us. When the car is at halt, it means it is not moving ahead, neither it's moving backwards. So it's at halt. So that's the situation of Saturn also. So you can get down the car, or you want to just start it and move further on. It's all up to you. So now is the time when you will be actually paid off for your karma, your work, your relationships. You have to work on everything now. All right. So I think I've covered everything. So let's start with the predictive, a long video. I think it's somewhere around half an hour's summary part only today, because many things are also happening, no? So that's why. So let's start with Aries, please, first. Okay. So for Aries people, this transit of Moon is happening for a day in the sign of Gemini, 17th, and then 18th, 19th in your fourth house, Cancer, 20th, 22nd in Leo, and that is your fifth house, and 22nd, 23rd in Virgo, conjunct Mercury, aspected by Mars and Jupiter. Now, what will happen? Venus and Sun are going to be leaving your sixth house and will be transiting your seventh. So this is the time when you will be, to start with, you will become inclined to communicate with people. During this week, you have that inner security, home roots, how you can just work on your communication with people, your siblings, how you can start with workouts. You might be just taking up those journeys that have been lying pending. Also, your workload is going to increase from this week onwards. So make sure that you take care of your work and your relationship at the place of work also. And also there can be that there is some confused state of mind during the middle of the week related to your children education also. Connect with your mother. You might be needing her blessings, or maybe you will be connecting with her, your home roots, home environment during this week. Maybe you're going to be cleaning the house. Diwali is on cards, like we are heading to Diwali festival in India. So people are cleaning their houses because they want to welcome Goddess Lakshmi. Goddess Lakshmi just not doesn't mean that, you're going to be asking for wealth. You should ask for health. That's the root for everything. So propitiate goddesses only for health. If health is good, everything is good. So you can be very nurturing. You can be very much grounded. You can be very social. Maybe you'll be calling people home. You'll be visiting people. You'll be meeting more people. You're very moody. You're going to be getting connected with your past, your memories down the lane. It's like that. And also getting connected with your children, your creativity, your affairs. Maybe somebody from the past reappears and there's confused state of mind whether to be with that person or not, because Rahu is looking at your fifth house, not to forget that. So there can be some confused state of mind, and you might just be, unable to make right kind of choices and decisions also. As it is, there is an eclipse also next week. So you have to be cautiously dealing with your inner you. And for children, this can be a little confused state of mind as well. Maybe they have to pick and choose some subjects, what they are supposed to do. So that confusion will aggravate this week. By the end of the week, you will feel a little better, as far as your health is concerned. You will be putting efforts and channelizing the energies towards organizing things. You will be focused on your work, your self-improvement, your job, your service, how you can be more inclined towards the physical being, and how you can take care of your habits and patterns, food, diet, how you can analyze the situation, how you can program everything for the future. So all that is coming your way by the end of the week. This is a very good week for starting any kind of hobby, pursuing your hobby, getting in touch with your childhood, and communicating with people also. Just sort out the fight that you're having with your sibling. Just don't get, too agitated. I know you have complications in your relationship because Ketu is already there. So you're unable to decide whether you want to be in the relationship, you want to part ways in this relationship. You're feeling quite claustrophobic. There are certain things which are happening and things are coming into limelight you didn't know about your partner, and suddenly you get to know, and that's a revelation. So you're very confused. You're feeling a lot of negative influence also. You're quite depressed also, because of the Ketu energy. So the best is surrender. The divine is going to help. So the best remedy for you is recite Hanuman Chalisa. Remind him. Hanuman Chalisa is for reminding Lord Hanuman that he has forgotten his powers. So remind him, recite the Hanuman Chalisa and tell him that you are so powerful. I am just a nobody. Just take away all my problems away. Give me that clarity. Give me good decision-making power, because you have that power and you can only give me. All right. So propitiate. You should pray properly also. All right. This is how it works actually. Also, on the 17th, there can be some kind of, fight with your somebody, which can lead to spoiling of your mood. So stay calm, I would say. All right. So coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. So for Taurus natives, this week, you have a lot of energy towards financial growth. You're thinking about financials. Your aggression is towards family members. Maybe you will be taking some advice and they're not actually helping you, and you're feeling quite agitated. Suddenly, you're losing your cool and you're losing your trust also. That trust factor is missing. People are not understanding you. You're worried about your possessions, your personal resources, and how you can be more secured. So all those energies are pretty, harsh on you. So make sure that you take right kind of decisions. You make right kind of choices during this time, because your financials are depleting, your expenditures are rising like anything, and you're feeling more, you're getting more extravagant also. Maybe you've spent beyond your, your earnings. So this can bring about a lot of uneasiness to start with. 18th, 19th would be the time when you will be feeling quite communicative. You will have people who are going to be giving you that kind of learning, or maybe imparting their teachings, and you're going to be learning a lot of things, new things. You're very imaginative, you're very receptive, you're maybe traveling and you're learning something from them. With your co-workers, you're traveling. So this is a mental activity time, your mental aptitudes. You're going to be working through your relationship with your siblings, your partner, and your people around you, peers, teachers. So that is something where you're going to be freely sharing your experiences and emotions also during this time, and this can lead to some complication also as far as your emotions are concerned. So if you are overly emotional, what happens? People take you for granted. You should never show your weak points in front of others. So that will give you refrain from appearing scattered. Then people take undue advantage. All right. And 20th to 22nd, this is the time you have to be cautiously dealing with your family members and the work at home, whatever your inner world is, your inner security, your domestic affairs. Be careful about dealing with all that. Maybe you're going to purchase some property, some vehicle. So you're going to be having some confused state of mind. There can be some dispute which can come up. There can be that there is some paperwork which is not correct, or there is something which is missing. You will be at home. You'll be working through your family, or maybe having a get together. We're going to be connecting this week on the 20th to the 22nd. And that's the time when you will be actually deciding about your education, further education also. You might be having some it said that you feel quite introvert, you are isolated from the world also during this time. 23rd, 24th, I'm covering 24th also. The week is till 23rd. 23rd, 24th, this is the time when you will be having some inclination towards creativity. You will connect with your children. Children might be opting for some subjects, some new education, or they can be that you are starting with a new relationship. You're feeling quite motivated, you're quite rejuvenated because you have involved yourself in some fun activity, gardening, creative energy, some artistic bent of mind. You're pursuing some artistic, activity which has given you that kind of positive energy as well. You will be fun loving, you will be connecting with children, you become a childlike as yourself, or maybe your partner is going to be supportive of you. It's going to be a very good relationship. You have to be very careful about being overindulgent. That's what I can forewarn you for on the 23rd, 24th. And Saturn is going to be turning direct, which is very positive for you because Saturn is in your luck house, and this is going to enhance your luck. Till now, luck was missing. You were not able to make any kind of decisions during the Saturn retrograde. Now, Saturn's movement ahead towards your 10th house will bring about changes, change of place, change of job. You're thinking already, so next year that change is also going to happen. So for you, the best remedy is to have yogurt, plain yogurt, consume yogurt, and your health will get better because Ketu is in your Libra sign in your 6th house. You should clear off your loans, whatever loans you have taken. You should try to clear off all the loans. If you have taken some hand loans from somebody, try to pay in bits and pieces, but don't keep the money or hoard money of anybody else. Just start paying off, and that is the remedy that I can give you, and that surely will work. It will give you good health also if you will do that. All right. Coming to Gemini sign. For Gemini natives, this week, Moon is going to be transiting your 1st house for a day, and then 2nd, 3rd, and 4th houses this week. So you will be having a lot of energy towards doing things for others to start with. You have a lot of energy, you have a lot of, things to do in hand, and you're thinking of enhancing those things. You feel quite nurturing during this time. At the same time, Mars is there. So that you, on the 17th, you will be quite emotional as well as aggressive. So mixed kind of a feeling, you have to leave the distractions away. Focus on the deeper realms. Lovely breakthroughs will come your way. Address some serious topics which you have not been doing till now. So you need to actually get those revelations now. You're going to be feeling quite optimistic. Some initiation of something, some task is coming your way, and you're going to be feeling quite charged up. You're going to be very serious about your work, your own self also. Your personality traits are changing. So this is definitely going to be helpful. In case you have any kind of vulnerability, if you're showing others the vulnerability of yours, then they will take it undue advantage. So don't show any kind of fuss, don't show any kind of undependable and mood swings of yours. To start with on the 17th, that can lead to complications with your seniors, with your bosses. At the home front also, you will have some complications. It will be like a jumbled up thing. In case you have to make decisions about your property matters, you can do that on the 17th. It's a good pious day also. Ahoi fast, you can fast on this day also. And for your children, especially because the eclipse is happening in your 5th house. So that will help you, because your children are going to be having some complications due to the eclipse in your 5th house. Venus, Sun, Ketu, Moon, they are all in your 5th house after the 25th, on the 25th. So it's better that you fast on Ahoi Ashtami, because your 5th house is afflicted. For people who were having 7th house eclipse for Aries, I would have recommended Karwa Chauth Vrat, or any kind of fast you keep, whenever you're fasting, you must actually have taken oath that you're going to be actually doing it for others, for others in general. So that also helps. If you don't have children yourself, then you should be doing it for the community, for your own people, or for the extended family. 18, 19 in the 2nd house, 20th, 22nd till the 22nd in the 3rd house, 23rd, 24th in the 4th house. So the energies are going to be very powerful and strong related to your personal, resources. You're going to be valuing them. You're going to be understanding what you can do about your financials. Financial growth is coming your way, of course. Saturn is going to be getting direct and going towards your 9th house, your luck house. Luck is going to enhance. You're going to be growing materially. Gradually, things are now moving. If you were having some health issues, health is going to improve. It will aggravate and then will subside. That's how Saturn in retrogression getting direct does. So any kind of losses, inheritances you're working through, you will get through that, and you will be having a lot of desire to be extravagant. You might just spend a lot if you are having festival time, so you might just land up spending a lot of money, or maybe you're spending on your partner, on your children also, quite likely. Don't feel more hungry, don't eat too much. You're having the tendency to eat more because Jupiter is transiting your Kendra also. So avoid having a junk food. 20th through 22nd, there can be some travels. You will be connecting with your siblings. Maybe there is some confused state of mind about whether you should be doing this or doing that. You're writing a journal, you're writing some book, your mental activity. So you're quite confused. Though it is good for your mental aptitude, you will be enhancing that. You'll be getting connected with people who are very intelligent during this time also. You might have some communication, hearty communication with people, and you will vent out your emotions also. So this will give you a lot of inclination to communicate with people, emails or any kind of property matters or anything to do with your career planning. You're going to be doing it on the 20th to 22nd. 23rd, 24th is the time when you will be maybe at home. You'll be working through those energies, home roots, as in like connecting with your own people. So maybe going in for some investments, buying a car, or maybe purchasing landed property. Some real estate issues you're going to be also solving during this time. Some disputes that you were having, you're going to be solving that as well. You will be connecting with your own past. You'll be connecting with your own mother, with your mother-like figure, or you'll be at home, working from home, getting the home decorated, or redoing your furniture, or anything to do with your activities at home is quite likely on the 23rd, 24th. In case you're feeling that, you want to start some education, so you can be doing it on the 23rd, 24th. See, after that, there is 2 quarter days after 24th, we're heading to the eclipse. Though we have Diwali festival on the 24th, but still, then very next day, we are heading to an eclipse in your 5th house. So you must take care of the energies around you, around your children, and your relationships also in love, romance. Don't be too overindulgent in all those activities. It might lead to some complications and problems later. You can donate something in wides or something in, maybe rice or, something to do with, maybe white clothes, milk, all that you can donate. And as it is, there's an eclipse in your 5th house, so you should be going in for the donations related to Surya also. So I've given the remedies in the eclipse video, so you should be doing that also, right? For Cancer natives, this moon is going to be transiting your 12th house to start with, then we'll be moving into your 1st, 2nd, 3rd houses this week. There are too many planets in the Kendra, as you can see, there is Rahu, there is Ketu, and the eclipse is happening in your 4th house. There are changes coming in. Saturn is going to go direct and is also aspecting the zone, and Venus is also going to be transiting here. So a lot of energy in the 4th house. So any matters related to property, buying, purchasing a vehicle, education, mother, so they are going to be getting impacted with the eclipse. So make the decisions very carefully, very cautiously related to these matters. You're changing the house and, there are complications in that. You have to be very careful with that as well. Moon is going to be in the 12th house. So this is like, solitude, you're not going to be, it's like solitude means you are going to be isolating yourself. You want to just, concentrate on something very important, how you can be more spiritually inclined, how you can rejuvenate yourself, your search for unity. All those will come up to start with on the 17th, especially. You want to just finish the task, you want to connect with the foreigners. Maybe you're going to be spending a lot on the female counterparts. So that is something which is going to be leading to extremely empathetic and emotional approach of yours. All right. Being the rule, maybe your siblings are leaving and going abroad and you're feeling quite low about it. This can also be that you are having, your children are moving overseas and you're, your mood is not good. So this will give you that kind of feeling, that fear, that anxiety, or maybe you have a lot of workload to a lot of projects to complete. So you're very anxious also. Moon will be in your 1st house. So that is on the 18th, 19th. So here Saturn is looking at this moon. So you will have a lot of nurturing qualities, how you can deal with people, how you can do for others. So all those are going to get aggravated now. Don't lose your cool. Don't lose your you can be a little temperamental, and it can lead to your vulnerability being shown to the public. You may feel quite nurturing also. Saturn restricts you from making wrong choices, wrong decisions. You might just be taking things too seriously also during this time, rather than losing the path that you are on and going in for some shifts, major shifts. It's better to just lie low. Saturn is going to turn direct also. So it is going to be moving towards your 8th house gradually. So you have to be cautious about your health. You have to take care of your health. On the Dhanteras, pray to Goddess Lakshmi, Dhanvantri, to give you the boon of good health. So pray, the blessing, is required because Saturn will, after getting direct, is not that positive news for you because it's moving towards your 8th house and there's Ashtama Shani for you. Also on the 20th to 22nd, this is the time when you can be thinking about your financials more now. At the place of work, maybe there is some elevation coming your way, promotion coming your way, but that money you're not able to utilize properly. So how you can park that funds that you have, extra money that you have, just keep them in a proper place. Otherwise, you will have complications related to your house, purchasing of house, selling of property, buying of something. It's better that you utilize those funds in the right direction rather than wasting that money, because Rahu is looking here. So, and it could be that, you have done something wrong, or the unfair means you have adopted at the place of work, because of which you've got this money. So the way the money comes in, it goes the same way. It gives health issues. So be careful about yourself. There can be some dental problem that you're going to be having. So you're going to be maybe going in for that treatment also this week. 23rd to the 24th, this is the time when you will be feeling quite charged up, about your communication. You want to communicate your thought process, how you're feeling, your mental activity, you're learning something, going in for that education, enhancement of your skills, your artistic bent of mind. All that is going to be activated on the 23rd, 24th. You're going to be very meticulous in your plannings, and you're going to be starting maybe some courses, or you're going to be doing something new, something big, something better. And there can be some short journey also, which is on cards. Avoid during the eclipses journeys, and people are asking about the mantras. You can chant any mantra, whatever you have been chanting from a long time. Don't leave the routine. Starting something new on the eclipses time is inauspicious. So avoid that. The rest of the things, whatever you're doing, you keep continuing with that. It's no harm. Okay, keep doing that. Also, you may get too emotional during these days, so you have to be a little extra careful about your emotions, because it will lead to a lot of detaching energies with people, because when you speak something negative about others, people also get impacted. So communication is the key. Right kind of communication. Don't hurt others. As it is, Rahu is in your 10th house, so people are thinking negative about you. They're conspiring against you. They can backstab you. So don't show your vulnerability in front of others. Never show your cards. That's what I keep telling my clients also. Unless things are done, you should never disclose it. Your actions should show, not your words. Okay. So pay attention this time to keeping things to yourself. Okay. That don't utter anything which can be backfiring, or it doesn't happen. Then it doesn't complete. It's said that way it is said. Coming to the next one, that is Leo. That's the key, for Cancer. For Leo natives, this moon is going to be in your 11th house to start with, then 12th, and then 1st, and then so on and so forth. So when moon is in the 11th house, your energies are, your vent is towards socializing. You want to socialize with people. You want to be innovative. You want to do something new, something different. You want to do things which fulfill your desires. It's a house of desire fulfillment. So you maybe are forming a connection with your friends, the circle you move around in, your groups, your organization, some maybe group activity you're going to be doing. And also you can be going in for some party, clubbing, or some networking that you're going to be involved in when moon is in the 11th house on the 17th. So that might lead to some mixing with influential people also. They can be that you come across some new young people who are going to be actually pushing you through to doing things. All right. And avoid losing your focus during this time, because, you should be not doing things which are waste of time and energy. So don't hurt others, don't gossip, and just do the right thing and at the right time. That is something that you have to be very careful about, that don't fall prey to the gossip mongering around you. Okay. Neither you listen nor you do yourself. All right. That's something that you have to work on when it is on the 17th. 18th, 19th is the time when you will be feeling the energies towards yourself. You have been socializing in the 11th house. Now you want to take rest. You want to understand things, what all has happened during the whole month, because this is the last sign, as you can see, of your chart. So this is the 12th house. So 12th house means that you started with, your whole cycle is coming to an end now. So now you're going to be looking back, what all happened, how did you do during this time? How was your month like? So this is like isolation. You're just getting into that zone where you are secluding yourself from others. So this is definitely the house of secrets, house of to yourself, subconscious mind, how you can work through your addictions, or you can be maybe preparing for a presentation that you have to give the next day. So you are going to be quite to yourself during this time. Maybe you're visiting somebody who's in the hospital. You're going to be spending time with your people who are sick. So you're taking them to the hospital or the doctor. That is also quite likely when Moon is in the 12th house. You visit the hospital or the prison. It said that. Moon will be transiting your first house. So this is the time when you will be feeling a lot of focus and attention towards others, nurturing you. Don't lose control, because you can go haywire. You can be just changing the path. Whatever you're doing, just stay focused, especially on the 18th, 20th, 20 to 22nd. Rahu energy is a very vague energy, remember. So when it looks at a particular zone, especially at the degrees, so it will give you that kind of detaching energies, deviating from the path. You're just not taking that right kind of a path. You feel that you can do bigger things, better things. So and take that route that is not favorable or is not the right, fair way. So you have to be alert, always alert when Rahu looks at this moon, especially on the 20th to the 22nd. All right. Moon will be in your second house, and that's the time when you will be focused on your financials, food, family, and you can be having some expenditures also, expenditures on gadgets, expenditure on trading, business, finance, or relatives. So make sure that you're eating right kind of food, and eclipse is happening in your third house. Sun, Venus, Ketu, Moon, they're going to be transiting through your third house. So take care of your relationship with your siblings. Also, maybe, you're going to be studying something new, purchasing or selling of property. So make sure that everything is intact and everything that you do are going to be in a very meticulous manner, rather than just, signing all the agreements without reading them. So don't do that. Also, you can chant Aditya Hriday Stotram also, because Leo people, your Hanuman Chalisa is good because it is the 9th Lord ruler. So you can recite Hanuman Chalisa, or you can read Aditya Hriday Stotram also. And in case you are not able to recite, you can hear also. Don't think that you can't recite. So it is, you can listen to it, but you have to focus, you have to sit in one place and then listen to it, rather than, just doing your job and it's playing on the background. The mantras are not to be done that way. There are people who are just playing the music, behind the bhajans, the praising to the Lord is happening, and you're not even, focused on that. You're talking on the phone, you're doing your routine jobs, and that is playing in the background. It's not a background music. Remember, any kind of activity which is involving your the piousness attached to it, you cannot disgrace it. So you have to listen, sit in one place, give time to that. Otherwise, don't play such music. You can play any other music, movies music, instrumental music. You can play it on the background, but not bhajans. Don't put on the mantras or aratis unnecessarily behind you. Don't do that. You are not supposed to do it. I've seen when in India, especially whenever I enter a big place, for shopping, they're playing the bhajans, Ram bhajans or, Krishna bhajans, and they're praising the Lord and everything is happening. And I just don't know why this is happening. You can play any other music, instrumental music you can play. Why because you're you're thinking that, it is creating a very good vibe around you, good atmosphere, but you're disgracing the divine in a way. So when you are not listening, when you're not hearing what is being chanted, what mantra is playing on the background, it's of no use. Rather, you're disgracing it. So don't do it. I repeat, anything that you do, anything you hear, you have to sit in one place and hear it. 108 times if you're chanting, if you're not able to do yourself, at least listen to it carefully. At least you absorb the energies. All right. The chakras get activated whenever you're listening to see, it's the frequency, like radio station gets connected, correct? And then you can hear the music or the sound. Similarly, when you're listening to the chants or you're chanting yourself, you're forming a connection with the cosmos and you're attracting the positive energies. That's the power of the mantras. So if you're not able to recite the Hanuman Chalisa is the only one which doesn't have any rules that you have to sit in one place like this and in this posture, you have to start light a lamp or anything, nothing. You can just start reciting Hanuman Chalisa anyway. So learn to absorb Hanuman Chalisa, understand the meaning. There is a very strong message in that. Learn by heart, and then start chanting. Unless you understand the meaning, you should never chant, you should never recite anything unless you know the meaning. Even for Gayatri Mantra, you should know the meaning of it, and then you should recite. A long lecture on this. Let's move on to Virgo sign. Virgo people are waiting. So for Virgo, Moon is going to be transiting your 10th, 11th, 12th, and 1st houses. So you are going to be very much inclined to work this week to start with. There is some news coming from your workplace on the 17th. Maybe you're promoted, or maybe you're assigned a lot of work. You might be feeling quite aggressive also. Aggressive doesn't mean it's negatively aggressive. It can be that you have a lot of work and you're finishing it off, one after the other, the work is coming in and you're finishing it off also. So that is something which is positive, right? Your connections with people is going to be very aggressive also. That can be leading to some kind of backstabbing. People might just take wrong kind of message from you, and you might just feel quite uneasy at the place of work. Don't get involved in any kind of backbiting or any kind of gossip mongering which is happening. So you will also get entangled in the conversation unnecessarily. Avoid being dictatorial, just be more compatible, more compassionate. Try to listen to others, learn to communicate what others want to communicate with you. So you should have a two-way communication during this time. 18th, 19th is the time when you will be socializing. People will be understanding you. You are going to be having group activities. Some creative energies are going to come up. You're going to be the wish fulfillment is on the way. For meeting some influential people is on cards. Maybe, you will be having some kind of performing of social service. You're going to be meeting somebody in the NGOs. So the best is to avoid any kind of gossips, avoid meeting people who are involved in some kind of activities which are not the fair activities. So avoid going in in that zone as well. Moon is going to be transiting your 12th house on the 20th, 22nd. Now here you can be self-destructive. You can do things which are going to be leading to some kind of expenditures. Income is lesser than the expenditures. So make sure that you are going to be saving that kind of money, save that day for yourself. You might just be, secluding yourself from others. You might just be in your house, in your room, in your particular state of mind. Or maybe you're preparing for something, which is a presentation is there, or a speech you have to give. So you're preparing, you're working really hard on that. So this is like, coming up with something new, something very different. Some restrictions are also there. Maybe you're going to be meeting somebody in the hospital, you are restricted, right? So this house is of restriction also. It's loss of self. So maybe, you're addicted to something and you're going to be stopping that zone, you're in. So that is also quite possible. You will feel quite disturbed also. Maybe there is something which can bother you on the 20th to the 22nd. So make sure that you take care of your emotions during this time. Moon will be transiting your 1st house on the 23rd, 24th. That is the time when you can be very talkative. You will be communicating again. Maybe you have a speech to deliver. So you can be doing that as well on the 23rd, 24th. There can be that you're going to be going in for some investments. You're planning everything well. Virgo people are very meticulous, because this is a sign of, until unless there is affliction, course, we have to keep that aside. But if there is no affliction, so these people are very organized, they're very meticulous. They have all the plannings done already, calendar planning is there, any meetings are there. So they're going to be very perfect in all that. They are very detail oriented. This is a detail oriented sign. They can be very critical, self-critical also. No, I didn't do that. I have to improve on this. So they are like that people. And very flexible people also. I've seen, they are very quiet types, but whatever they will say, that will actually, shake you, that will impact you. They're very, very, the impactful people, and very focused on their health. And, if at all there is no affliction, they're very health conscious people, and they look younger also than their age. So when Moon is going to be here, so you're going to be solving other people's problem. You're going to be getting connected with people. You're going to be talking to people. You are going to be nurturing kinds. Don't show your vulnerabilities to people. You might meet your potential partner also during this time. Jupiter is in your 7th house. So the moment it gets direct, it is going to be giving you some positive results as well. Jupiter is going to be connecting Rahu also next year. So that is not something very good that we are heading to in the 8th house, especially. So take care of your health from now itself, because Rahu is in your 6th house. People will not tell you that what is coming your way, next year. So from now itself, if you work on your health, definitely it will help you next year as well to combat. And as it is in your 8th house, there is a 8th house axis, second 8th house axis, there is an eclipse also happening. So take care of your money, take care of your belongings, make wise decisions. I'll be sharing with you the insights next week, of course. I hope I get that kind of time, because we're heading to Diwali also. So let's see. I'm in India, so I have to work through that also. So for you, the best remedy is recite Hanuman Chalisa. Do the chant. I'll give you the chant. I'll write it here. Om Gang Ganapataye Namo Namaha. When I do the readings, I give similar kind of chants. I give similar kinds of, but they are customized remedies. Okay. So if you want to book the reading, so you can book now for January 2023, because all slots are taken. All right. So chant this 108 times daily. I have mastered this chant. That's why I'm donating you all. Om Ganganapataye Namo Namaha Om. 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 So if you will chant this chant, you definitely will feel much better. Whatever, decision making you have to make, any kind of choices you're not able to, you will get that, clarity also. This is definitely a very powerful one. So let's go to Libra. Libra people, your moon is going to be transiting the 9th, 10th, and 11th, 12th, lastly. These are houses. Getting a little tired, but it's okay. So for Libra natives, you have a lot of planetary configuration in the Kendra. And there's an eclipse also on your head. Actually, I say it on the head because the first house is our head also. So you have to be really careful about your health, number one. Driving is a big no-no. Travel plans, a big no-no. You have in the trine Mars also. Mars Ketu are forming a connection, so it's not good for making any kind of journeys, travel plans, because these are volatile planets. These are fiery planets. Sun is also fiery. So in the first house, you have to take care of your health also. You have to take care of your communication with people. You can have some kind of frictions with in your family also, with your female counterparts, especially women counterparts. So to start with, Moon is transiting your trine, that is on the 17th in the 9th house. So this is a very good time for exploring the other realms of life. Explore the world which is waiting for you. Maybe, you have not brushed up your skills. You have that latent energy, and some latent I would say that there are certain qualities that you are not able to bring out. So meet that guru, meet that person who can actually help you out with. Maybe you'll be very philosophical. You can go in for some higher learning, some higher education. You have that higher knowledge, higher mind, which is not actually being enhanced. It's not coming out completely. So you feel that you feel the desire to travel, explore the world, but during the eclipses time, I would suggest stay back, stay put, don't travel. It's not the right time. Maybe you're going to be enrolling in universities for the future. So that is something which you can do. You can enroll yourself. You can do some activities related to, enhancing your own skills. Maybe you're highlighting all those areas of life. Plant a tree. Plant a tree, and also, avoid any kind of commitments. If you're committing somebody something, try to fulfill it. Otherwise, it will not be a good commitment. It might just fail you, and that is something which will break the trust also. On the 20th, on the 18th, 19th. Now, this is the time I was telling you till now about the 17th. Now, 18th and 19th is the time when you will be exploring the outer world, your career. You'll be focused on your career, your reputation, your name and fame, and you will be also getting that kind of clarity about your work or your profile. You're going to be changing the portfolio, you're going to be changing the profile, you'll be changing the department, or maybe you will be getting a lot of work now. The workload is increasing. So that is also quite likely on the 18th, 19th, you get that news. You'll get some bonuses, you'll get some money also coming in during this time. Go in a flow. Take everyone along with you. You can't do it alone. You work in a team, try to listen to others. How do they opine? What is their decision? What is their opinion? Your colleagues, your your external world. So check everything and then decide about it. Also, on the 20th, 22nd, you might just feel very connected with people around you. You'll be meeting your friends, you'll be socializing, meeting somebody in the NGO. Your donations are going to be taking place. Maybe you're going for charity, charitable trust. There is some speech that you're preparing. You're delivering a speech. You're meeting the influential people. You're going in for a celebration. You're partying. You're some news coming your way. Networking is increasing. You are maybe meeting your old buddies, quite likely. So enjoy. These are good times. To festival time in India is definitely very, very, very heightened energy. Though everybody's fearing the eclipse, whatever it has to do, it will do. Fearing will not help you. So just flow with the flow. And the best thing about your horoscope is that you have a Jupiter in the 6th house. Don't worry about it. Mercury is going to join the 1st house later. The ascendant lord and the 8th lord is combust. So you will definitely get the success. Whatever endeavors you are putting in now, you're going to be getting the result a little later, but you will. Nothing goes down the drain. Nothing goes to a waste. Something which is in our world will remain in the world only. It's not going to fall out of the earth, right? So there is nothing like wastage. People say that I don't like to waste food. I've heard a lot about it. Waste food as in, like, if food is there, it will go somewhere, right? So from that somewhere, it is going to go somewhere else, right? So it is going to be used. Whatever comes from the earth goes to the earth, remember, ultimately. So don't worry about it. Don't have those kind of theories built up that, oh, if I do this, this will have repercussions. Definitely, we know what is right, what is wrong. We are not going to waste food knowingly, unknowingly, of course not. But when you are not able to eat whatever is lying in front of you, what will you do? Either you keep it and save it and have the stale food, or you give it away, or you throw it. Suppose you throw it. God forbid, I don't like throwing the food like that. But yes, what will we do? We can't feed it, unnecessarily and fill ourselves. So the best is that don't have any kind of inhibitions. It's okay. It will remain on the earth only. Okay, whatever is there. Lastly, on the 23rd, 24th, this is the time when you will be feeling, because the cycle is coming to an end on the 23rd, 24th. So you will be actually thinking about how the whole month was, okay, I did all these activities. I went to the office, I went to play, I did this, I did that. And then comes the last sign, that is the Virgo sign. Now you're going to be planning everything and starting afresh, because the new cycle will begin with the eclipses. There are something new is going to build up, something new is coming your way in the next week. So you should be prepared, but do introspect what all happened, what you learned, what you didn't, what is it that you have missed out on. That is why 12th house transit is very important, because you're isolating yourself, you're contemplating on things, and you're going to be getting that result. The next cycle becomes better. That is why all the cycles, when you will see, they are getting better with time. You're getting matured after learning all this. So these transits are very, very important for that reason. So in the 12th house, you might be spending on gadgets, you might be just learning about how you can grow, and you will be also maybe visiting somebody in the hospital, maybe your relative or your friend. You're going to be doing something. You feel restrictive also, you're not able to do things. You feel claustrophobic at times, you're maybe at home, you're not going out anywhere. All that is also quite likely. And don't be depressed. Don't be too open about your plans with others. Keep it to yourself. All right. That's one remedy also. Coming to the next one, that is, oops. What did I do? Sorry. So we are coming to Scorpio. So for Scorpio natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 8th, 9th, and 10th, 11th houses this week. So this is the time when you will be having Moon in the 8th house to start with on the 17th. So you will be feeling quite uneasy, fickle, unable to decide what to do, what not to do. There are certain things that you have been, which are in the pipeline and not finishing. So don't take hasty decisions. This is also about shared resources. Maybe you can take the help of the people around you. You can just have some kind of maybe the emotional relationships turn into the sexual relationship, or the sexual relationship turn into the emotional ones. So this is the house of indulgence also. This is the house of death. Death of what? Something will die, only then something will be born. It's a house of death and rebirth. So some ideas you have been just using from a long time. Now you're going to end, and you're going to be start with something new, something different, something fresh. All right. So that is something which is going to be, your resources are going to enhance for that reason. But don't make any major decisions during this time. You can be feeling quite low on energy, or you can make wrong decisions. You will be having some jealousy also. You can have some problems, the fear also during this time. So work through it. Recite Hanuman Chalisa. As it is, I'm saying, for Scorpio natives, especially for Leo natives, for Aries natives, for Sagittarius people, you should recite Hanuman Chalisa for sure. And for Gemini natives also, because Saturn is transiting your 8th house. So if you will do it, it's definitely going to help you. On the 18th, 19th, you will be feeling quite active, and you'll be exploring. Your mind is towards religion, belief system, around you, philosophical, some lectures you'll be hearing. You'll be visiting foreign countries. You're planning for that, or you're going to be enhancing your skills. Now, you have strong desire to actually explore the world. Now is the time when you might be involved in, too much of universities. You have to file, you have to figure out which one is suitable for you. You're planning a trip. You can go camping. You can do certain activities. So this week is a very charged up week for that reason also. Moon will be transiting the 10th house on the 20th to the 22nd. Now that is where Rahu energy is also impacting. So at the place of work, first of all, you have to be taking care of your name and fame, your reputation. Do not talk to people whom you fear that they will convey wrong things to others. It can be that you are going to be conveying something and that person takes it otherwise, or maybe, takes it, okay, let's use this, So you have to be extra cautious whatever you say. that can be leaked in a very improper manner. So you will be actually focused on your work. You should be focused on your work, how you can accomplish your goals, how your work you can be having that worldly standing, that name, that status. So you work through that rather than getting involved in the unfair activities. Avoid becoming too much dominating, dictatorial. You can become that. So you should actually take people along with you. You work in teams, be a team leader, learn to listen. All right. And then impart your knowledge. Lastly, Moon will be transiting your 11th house, and this is the house of friends, groups, public, hopes, wishes, teams, clubs, contracts, networking. So you will feel that you feel like going in for some investments, taking advice from people, or maybe you will be hanging out with your friends, catching up with your old buddies. Also, there can be that you're having some get-togethers, partying, and you are going to be having a lot of community relations also. Maybe some charitable institutes you're going to be visiting as well. Avoid losing focus, because you know what, when you're doing such activities, you tend to lose focus. So stay focused, don't have any kind of gossips, don't indulge in anything which leads to problems later. So make sure that you have the local sandai and you're going to be utilizing this time. All right. So the best thing is Hanuman Chalisa. Please recite Hanuman Chalisa. It's going to help you. Or if you want to donate, right now, Mars is in the 8th house, is turning retrograde also. So you can donate something in red lentils, red clothes, something red in color. Avoid wearing red colors during this Mars transiting into the sign of Virgo, which is for Gemini, it is a sign of Mercury. Mercury and Mars are bitter enemies. So avoid wearing reds. All right. Coming to the next one, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, because it's going to be for a day in the 7th house on the 17th. So they can be that your emotional attachment is with your partner too much. Your focus is towards your partner, your relationship. You have to sort it out. Maybe, you have some kind of complications and you're going to be working through that. This is your joint endeavors, joint efforts, social concerns, attitudes of intimacy. This is also friends, the public, the opposite house, where Moon is going to be transiting. You have a lot of emotions, a lot of aggression also. Mars is also transiting there. Mars is going to turn retrograde. Although Mars is turning retrograde on the 30th. So it will be giving the results of the previous sign, that is the 6th house. So that's not good. It is like bringing about refreshing all the old memories. So be prepared for it. Don't make hasty decisions, because this is a temporary phenomena. If you will make decisions during this time about parting ways, you will regret it later. So it's better that you wait and then make the right kind of decisions. All right. Moon will be transiting your 8th house, and this is the house where you will be having some complications related to your inheritance. You might be, that is on the 18th, 19th. Saturn is aspecting. Mars is also aspecting from the 8th aspect. Sorry, Mars is not aspecting, but Jupiter is aspecting when Moon is in the 8th house. Okay. So you are thinking about your possessions, how you can work through the energies, how you can learn deeply about or research deeply. So your focus and attention is on learning more. Even in the 9th house, that is on the 20th, 22nd, main focus is on learning, acquiring more knowledge. This is also the house of change, purchasing of property, country, you leave and go. That is to be seen from the 8th house as well. Connection of Jupiter with the 8th house Lord, 8th house Lord is also present there. Definitely there is some offer coming your way from the overseas. In case you're jobless, you will get it. Don't worry. The moment Saturn leaves the zone of your 2nd house, transits your 3rd, you will get the once it gets direct, in fact, you will start feeling better. You need financial security. You want to be nurtured. You may experience problems with legacies during this time. So make sure that you don't make any decisions right now, or wait patiently. Things are going to get better. In the 9th house, you're going to be feeling that there is a lot of mental exploration that mind wants, and there is something which you are going to be following, a culture or religion or some law. Or you yourself are a lawyer and you're going to be having that kind of case, which criminal case, or some law rules have been broken, and you're going to be dealing with a very important case during this time. And this is also the house of journeys, ninth house. So you might be just planning your journeys. It's better to avoid before and after the eclipse also, few days, and then you plan it. Planning is okay, booking your tickets is okay, though when sun is in on the cusp, of changing the sign, Sankranti, it's said that you should never do any auspicious tasks. You should not do things which actually have lasting impact. So avoid. Any kind of language, if you want to learn, you can do that as well. You may bump into people from other cultures. Maybe you'll be meeting somebody from other university, or somewhere else. So you're going to be catching up with that as well. The best remedy is Hanuman Chalisa, and you can also donate something in green. If you donate something in green, things are going to get better for you at the place of work also. Okay, something in green in color. Capricorn natives, this transit of moon is happening in your 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th houses. So 6th, 7th, not 7th, but 6th and 8th houses are not considered to be good. 7th house is a Maraka though, but yeah, 6th and 7th houses are not considered to be good, for certain things. But Mars transiting there is not looking good, because Mars is looking at your ascendant also from here, the 8th aspect. So you have to be careful about your health. Number one, your hygiene, put hard work, put your effort in the right direction rather than wasting it. Look after your health, have right kind of food, have right kind of diet, go in for some workouts. This is definitely required, because when Mars is looking at the 1st house, it's looking at the 7th, looking at the 9th, and also your 12th houses. So this will definitely give you that kind of energies where you will feel isolated, where you're not able to solve other people's problem as well. And there can be some litigation also, some competition that you have to sit for. Low esteem on job can be there, and you can be maybe remembering your family and your loved ones, and you're not, maybe you're far away from them. So all that is also going to be possible. The moon will be in your 7th house on the 18th, 19th. Now, 18th, 19th is the time when you will be getting into a relationship, partnership, contracts. You're going to be having some joint meetings aligned. Saturn is turning direct in your 1st house. So this is definitely a good period, because Saturn is moving out of the 1st house zone. The Sarasati peak is ending for the ones who have moon also in Capricorn. So this is the time when you will be feeling quite a lot of energy. Your attitude towards people is going to change towards positive for sure. You're changing because you have planets turning direct also, and there is an eclipse in your 10th house. So you will understand people better. You'll feel that warmth, and you will share that warmth also. You will have that kind of an exchange. And this is also going to be giving you dependency on others, understanding people, how we can just, make the best use of the surroundings. So you are going to be dependent on others. It's better to be, because you can't go solo. You can't do everything yourself. So you have to depend on others. And for you, moon is going to be transiting your 8th house. That is happening on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So 8th house transit is the house of death and the rebirth. This is also about sharing, letting go, shared resources, self-mastery, and also life and death attitude. What is your attitude towards life and death? So you'll be discussing all these topics. Maybe you're worried about your possessions, how you can enhance them. So that worry comes in when moon also transits here. Yeah, that aggravates even more. 8th house energies are this, but when moon also transits here, so mentally it is impacting you. So you are going to be feeling a lot of sexual desires. You might have relationship. You have to protect your relationship, because 8th house moon and Mars is in the 6th house. Though moon will leave the zone, but it will give that lasting impact also on you. So you have to be taking care of your health, your relationships, and your financial security also. How you can work through your financials, that you have to do it yourself, of course. But this is the area which is going to get impacted. Moon will be transiting through your ninth house lastly on the 23rd, 24th. So this is the time when you will be more aware about your likings. You're going to be traveling. You want to travel. You are a traveler. You feel like giving some philosophical knowledge to others. You're very knowledgeable, so you want to impart that knowledge also. You feel the desire to travel. You want to take a class or possibly learn something new, some new language. You might bump into somebody who has the maybe, a similar kind of culture. This is also quite likely, not from different caste or different religion. Okay, and in case you're planning any trip or any kind of travel plans, any kind of camping trips, so you can be doing that during this week. Plan it well. Don't lose focus. Avoid being fanatic, You can be fanatic, you can be very meticulous, you can be very hardworking, but at the same time, you need some rest also. Okay, so take some rest. That's the remedy that you have to do. For Aquarius natives, this transit of Moon is happening in your 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th houses. So 5th house is the house of children. So you might be connecting with your children, romance. Maybe, you're having a physical relationship with your partner, because Mars is also there. So there's a lot of aggression, there's a lot of heat involved in this transit of Moon in the 5th house. Don't make decisions related to your, breakup or something. You might just want to break up, you want to part ways, all that is happening. So wait for 2 quarter days especially, or maybe wait for Mars to turn retrograde and go back to the Taurus sign. So that will actually help you in relationship, but not at the home front, because it's a demoted Mars. Mars has completed its span in Taurus and not completed his span in Gemini sign. So this is something which you have to work through. Don't sign any agreements and papers unnecessarily without reading them. Moon is going to be in your 6th house on the 18th, 19th, especially good for your workouts, your fitness, your regime, organizing your calendar. You're going to be actually serving others. You're forming a connection with the employers and the employees. You're working on your hygiene, hard work is being put, you're learning materially what is to be spent, where you have to spend. This is the time when, if a child is born and you see in a blank chart reading, a child is born and 6th house should be less strong than the 1st house, 1st house, 1st lord. All right. So that is something which is part of the this thing. Moon is going to be in your 6th house, and you will have a lot of analyzing power, nurturing power, mothering yourself also. You might be getting into that project that you have been waiting for. You will teach your co-workers something new, something different, but you have to take care of your self-esteem at the job front, because it is not good if you're just giving and you're not getting anything in return. It's their karma again. So you should never leave your money, your bonuses. I always say that, I repeat. In the 7th house from the 20th to the 22nd, for relationship, this is a good transit. You might be feeling the energy towards partnership, relationship, marriage partner, business partner, contracts, something which is very significant in your life you will be dealing with during this time. And people will also be communicative. Like people, sometimes they just switch off their phone and they don't want to talk. But here, whosoever you're going to be talking will be talking to you. After a long gap, you will be talking to that person. So that is triggering actually. So your prayers are heard. Don't worry about it. Moon will be transiting the 8th house, and the eclipse is also happening there. Wow. So this is going to be giving you some major changes in your own personality, sharing, letting go. All those energies are heightened. You're very spiritual, but at the same time, you are thinking practically also. There can be that you are signing some agreements and they just are not the correct papers. So all that you have to be extra careful about, when you are signing the contract, signing the papers. It is going to give you some kind of clarity also. You should be involved in that. Don't depend on others to sign and others to make the papers and all. The negative thing about this thing is that don't be jealous. There can be that you can turn jealous, or there are certain fears that you have to deal with. Be more communicative and take it out, vent it out. As it is, Mercury is also going to be transiting is there in the 8th house. So this will give you a lot of planning in a very meticulous manner. You can be actually not doing everything by yourself. That is what is the key, because you have to have some kind of dependency on others. Only then we also survive. So you are having, if at all you have a very strong and a very powerful horoscope, then definitely these transits will also be supportive, because they're not happening in the in the houses in the Kendra, especially, or the trines. So Jupiter on one side, Saturn on the other is also considered to be good for relationship, and you will be meeting some potential partner as well during this time, for sure. Moon will be transiting through the last sign I've told you. So you do the remedies, and also you can do one more thing, that is holy basil. If you can just pluck few leaves of holy basil and you can just put it in add it into your tea or something. Directly you can't have, because your teeth will become very fragile. So don't have cardamom. Don't have cardamom, and it also, if you have to have some kind of plans related to your studies, education, you can do that. The Grahan, the eclipse is happening in your 9th house, and the luck lord is also Kambas. So be careful when you are planning for the foreign countries, going away from the place of birth. So you can, just have, as I said, holy basil. If you will have, you can have it in the warm water rather than consuming it directly. It will spoil the teeth. Also, some universities, some classes, foreign travels on cards, during this time. You have to be very careful. You have to plan everything well, as far as your 8th house affairs are concerned. So any kind of house change, legacies, inheritances, that is also coming your way. It is definitely very positive, because Virgo sign in the 8th house is not considered to be bad for Aquarius natives. So mental exploration will be there, some kind of decisions related to your, how you can be warm and charming to others. All those are also coming your way. So make sure that you take good care of your health also during this time. All right, because your lagna is in Papa Kartri partially though, but still this is definitely keeping you confined at one place. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. So for Pisces natives, this transit of moon is going to be in your 4th, 5th, 6th, and lastly the 7th houses. So this will give you a lot of energy towards home front. You might just get involved in some activities at home front, or maybe you have some complications in relationship. Your mother falls sick, you have to take her to the hospital, quite likely. Sorry to say that, though. Some domestic affairs you're going to be dealing with. Mars is losing the Digbala here, and Mars debilitates also in this zone where it's a naturally fourth sign. So you're very emotional. You're very, very emotional about your own people, your own family. You're going to be meeting more people. You're going to be connecting with your, your past childhood days, your mother, your caretaker, or maybe, your family. They are all in your subconscious mind. You may feel like staying home, working from home, or maybe you're not well, so you're staying put at home, especially on the 17th. 18th and 19th is the time when, you are going to be feeling the energies towards rejuvenating. You're going to be traveling. Maybe you're going to be very creative, connecting with your children. And also this is the time for procreation. Whenever moon transits in the 5th house, this is a good time for procreation. Also, you will be feeling quite romantic, enthusiastic in relationship, and you feel special. Some kind of job, maybe, you're going to be leaving and the new job is coming your way when moon leaves the zone. Don't make hasty decisions in your relationship. You might just have problems and complications, and it can be taken to the court. So don't go to that extent. Mars is also looking at your 7th house. So that is also, causing all kinds of problems and havoc. So make sure that you're dealing with your property matters very meticulously. Don't do it superficially. All right. For the 18th, 19th, I've done the 20th, 22nd. Now, this is the time when Moon will be in your 6th house, service, health, daily life, routine matters. Your servants also at times, 3rd house and 6th house, there's a confusion always, but I'm from that school of thought where servants are seen from the 3rd house because they are the arms of us is seen from the 3rd house. So they are the helpers, extra arms we have, right? So you're going to be self-improving yourself, hygiene, fitness, hard work. All those are the areas which you're going to be adopting. And thankfully, you're going to be taking good care of yourself also. Some habit patterns you're going to be changing. You are going to be very nurturing and mothering also to yourself and to others during this time. And finish your projects, whatever is in hand. Beware of your low esteem on the job. Nobody likes to be a martyr. Remember to show you care to your family and loved ones and your seniors also, that you're actively participating in each and everything. Moon will be transiting through the Leo sign on the Virgo sign on the 23rd, 24th. Now that is the Virgo sign in the 7th house. So you are going to be feeling the energies towards meeting a potential partner. If you want to, then you can date the partner, but you should avoid getting married during the eclipses. It's not a right time. Any kind of business partnership or any kind of, significant others that you're getting connected with is going to be enhanced during this time. For sure, you're going to be meeting somebody who's going to be changing your life. This is a foundational week for sure. So mark my words, you can write in the comment section also. Okay. You may feel lost, you may feel alone, but you have to struggle and you have to come out of it also, because you can't be in the same situation for long. Nobody can. Everybody has a diversion to the thought also. I will not say it will just nip it in the bud or it will just go off, but yes, there are certain thoughts that they stay. We meet those people and we just thank them. So we should be thanking people also around us. All right. Don't be too stingy. Don't be too clingy. Don't be too overly protective about your financials. It's okay. Okay. So that's what I think I've covered all of it. And the best remedy would be for you, that is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Let me write it for you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay. This is to be chanted 108 times. The moment you start this chant, do it regularly at the same time. Okay. Do it for at least till the time Jupiter is in your 1st house. This is going to help you. Okay. So this is it for all the 12 ascendants, moon, or the Dasha sign. Okay, so do the remedies. I've given remedies for all. If at all something is missed, please do let me know in the comment section. Please do write in the comment section. I request you all. I do read all the comments, even if I'm not able to respond, but I do read them all very carefully. So in case you have anything which is matching up, please do share in the comment section so that I know what exactly is happening in your life, and it is going to help me understand your predictive matching or not. If it's not matching, you can share with me. I can clarify, why it is not matching. Maybe I can help you. All right. So learn it in a proper manner. Learn this subject in a proper manner and you will get to know. So join me on the Parashara conference so that you can also avail the knowledge that I'll be, free-flowing knowledge that I'll be sharing on the platform like that. All right. Stay blessed, everyone. Have a great week ahead. Om Tat Sat.